INFJ Interrupted.
Well, hello. I'm Tamara, and welcome to Tam's Psych Advice. Do you welcome interruptions? If not, I'm here to help you. Anything new causes a need in the ENFJ to hesitate. They are busy minding their business while being incredibly busy. You are an interruption. If it's small, no problem. But you want them to move in with you? Into your house?
Freak out time.
They will go into your world kicking and screaming. It's like an inchworm process. They move a little bit and then accept. Move a little bit and then accept. Move a little bit and then accept. It's like giving them a little teaspoon of something and then moving to tablespoons and then cups and pints, quarts, and then finally gallons, and they have gone through the process. But at first, resistance. Change starts in the ENFJ's head. How do I fit into NT, SP, SJ world? How am I supposed to hang out here? They're not gonna know, at least not at first. Once they adjust, they're great. I just recently heard an ENTJ describing her ENFJ husband, and she said sometimes she asks him to do things that he doesn't want to do or that he doesn't like, but he always adapts. And that is the ENFJ in a nutshell. They live in a world where someone always sees the potential in them, but it creates a problem because you're asking them to do something. Newsflash! They don't want to, not because they dislike you, not because they don't see it as the coolest thing ever. They wish they had the courage to do it, but it's new. And trying something new where they haven't experienced the outcome is scary. It may not feel like them yet. Once they push through, they feel proud of themselves. At the onset, there's too many unknowns, and they just don't want to dabble. Even with new situations, they can do a great job from their ego. One motivation for doing something is to get you off their back. But the consequence of completing a person's said action is it reels the person in more, and that isn't what they want. Said person interprets faux willingness as, let me give ENFJ more to do. But ENFJ has their own agenda. Sometimes being presented with something is a blessing, which is why ENFJ often elevates, because they accept new challenges even when they don't want to, and they grow. They want to do things their own way, but sometimes they don't even have a way, and they don't want to impose. Sometimes they don't have a way either, but they don't want to indulge in your way. They overdo their excitement to hide their animosity because they can read people and they figure you can too. They don't like to show their hand because they understand the myriad of consequences that can be the result. If it's a small ask, no problem. But what's small to you may be big to them. We're talking about big asks. Their mind will want to know if they're being taken advantage of. But what if it's a good interruption? They've just met the person of their dreams, at least someone they're impeccably attracted to. It is still an interruption. They are unclear on what to do with an interruption. Things must be torn apart only to be rebuilt, reshaped, and filed down again. Their life, carefully structured, must be restructured to accommodate this new specimen in their life. They just smoothed out their foundation, and now it has to be cracked again? Someone is always interrupting, changing the rhythm and flow. ENFJ finds interruptions difficult to cope with, no matter how bright their smile. Their seeming willingness to do the unknown is laced with hesitation. If they find the courage, they will resist, although they may feel loads of shame by doing so. Their initial reaction is to retreat. But how can they resist a possibility, especially the potential for true love, effervescent euphoria? SE will coax them forward, but no doubt they will quickly and often be secretly sweeping all the crumbs left behind and around their ever-cracking foundation. They will seam up holes with needle and thread, hammer in new nails to hold things together, and caulk creases and cracks, polish the blemishes, all while hiding their tools. They can be phenomenal and skilled at hiding insecurities because it's important to make a good impression. They are pros because for ENFJ, life is filled with what they call interruptions. ENFJ starts with resistance every time, but they keep chipping until their puzzle piece actually fits in your puzzle. It will feel as though there was never a struggle in the first place. ENFJ will have a deficit somewhere, a do not enter zone, and someone will always challenge it. Maybe ENFJ doesn't like hugs, but a certain someone is always hugging them. They will more than likely adapt to the hugs and not be bothered by them anymore. Same goes for originally impossible work tasks that they master. They are resistantly adaptable. Incredible pearls have been pressed from these unwanted asks. ENFJ has an insatiable need to impress. It keeps those around them forever hoping they will keep accepting at least an occasional interruption or two. Now, if you're dealing with interruptions from difficult people like narcissists, you're definitely going to want to check out my book, The Workplace NaRCISSiST, because I'm going to give you all kinds of tips and strategies for navigating even the most difficult, meanest person that could potentially be in your romantic life. Hope not. And if you're having romantic problems, check out my book, Flip the Script on Love. They're both on Amazon by Tamara Zyon. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, friends.